Hello and welcome to FBS HQ. For those of you that don't know me, I race 1600 bangers at Speedworth. I also run RRC Racewear doing the custom hoodies and t-shirts. I've set this channel up to show the behind the scenes of racing, the build prep and what goes into building these bangers, and also the ins and outs of how I run my racewear business. My aim is to post videos weekly, Wednesday at 7 o'clock. There'll be extra videos for meetings, showing the meeting highlights, the in-car footage, pit work, as and when they come around. I hope it's all something you can get on board with, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So, the slight plan of action we've got going on for this week is we've got to get this as close to race ready as possible. We are racing at Ipswich on the 2nd of May, and providing it survives Ipswich, we'll be taking it to Hennisford for the Gold Rush the following Monday. I mean, that's the plan, and the hope that we can actually not break something. We have got a few problems with this, as you can see from the oil patch on the floor, but it shouldn't take too much to do. We have got a broken gearbox mount that has decided to snap last time I raced at Ipswich. So this is the start of the few problems we've got to do to get this car race ready. Last time I raced it at Ipswich, we took a trip to the bar on turn 3, and the gearbox mount then decided that it no longer wanted the gearbox mount. So we need to try and find a way to fix that, because we strapped it up at Ipswich and it just kept falling off and smashing the shaft to bits. So the plan is to strap it back up, because we won't get another gearbox mount on it with the way the chassis is bent like a banana in there. It's going to be quite the task. So we're going to strap some box to the subframe and just do a better job of it. Obviously we did what we can at the track to get us out, but now we've got a bit more time, we can actually make it the best we can. It's not going to be perfect, but it will get us out there. We also need to straighten this rear wheel up. The car was quite quick in the final when I last raced it, but going into the corners, because of the way that rear wheel's bent, it was kind of trying to send me towards the wall. So we're going to take that drum off and pack it out with a washer to try and straighten it up to solve that problem. We also have a slight brake problem, so we're going to have to try and bleed the brakes back up, and also sort the brake line on the passenger wheel. It is very bent, so that isn't going to be getting much fluid through, which might be the cause of some of the problem as to why we're getting no brakes. But other than that, a little bit of a pull and it is pretty much good to go again. So that's the rear wheel, as straight as we're probably going to get it. I mean, like I say, when I raced it last, it weren't too bad. I could notice it, so hopefully that will make it better than what it was. I mean, I don't think this will be much of a race-winning car, so it will get me out there. There's obviously a few little jobs still left to do, which we'll do over the weekend, but at least it's one job ticked off the list. I've got to now shoot, so the rest of the work will be done over the weekend. So yeah, slowly getting there with it. So a new rule Speedworth have brought in is we now have to run a centre cover on any steering wheel that we race with. So I thought while I do something a little less noisy, I'd actually sit and talk to you as to a little bit about me and why I started a YouTube channel. The main reason is it's something I always wanted to do. I've been going racing my whole life and unfortunately never got the opportunity to race in the junior formulas. I had to wait till I was 17 to do my first ever meeting. I'd got myself a little job when I was 17, bought myself a built Civic back when Civics were the in car to have in the 1600s, and that's where it all started for me. I've obviously been going my whole life, but actual racing was the first time I started, and I had zero mechanical knowledge. And to be honest, my mechanical knowledge still isn't the greatest, but we are learning as we go along. But growing up, I always used to be obsessed with banger boys. And as I grew up, I always wanted to do something similar. And after a conversation with my dad, he just said that I need to stop worrying about what other people are going to think. So that brings us now, and we're here giving it a good go.
Have you got a hammer? A hammering device?
I might have a twatting stick somewhere. Aha. It said hammering device. Oh, I need the battery.
Where's your 18 gone out of your silver set?
Huh?
Where's the 18 gone out of your silver set?
That would be a good question.
You don't know, do you?
No idea. Probably at Ipswich somewhere. How far has it gone? Thing is it not going to sit like there?
Huh?
Is it not going to sit like there? If it sits there, it's not going to be properly on it, is it?
You got any longer bits of that?
No. What if I just like brought it down and see if that would actually like sit? See, it's on the shaft already, isn't it?
No.
It's not? I saw it move down.
Yeah, it's in the box. Sitting on that.
That'd be alright, or should we go to strapping it instead?
No, you'd probably be alright. Then if it's strapped as well, it's not going to go far, is it? Just want to say if it's when it's on.
Do my goggles. Thanks, sir.
Definitely put no brakes now.
Gear top, yeah.
You got aircon in here.
Oh yeah.
Mate, I literally can't even reach the fucking server.
Do you want me to get my big mitts in there?
Are you there yet, or?
Don't know, the thread's about 9 years long.
9 years long.
There you go, Shan.
Rip it out then.
Oh, is it already cut from that side?
Here's this combobulated. Yeah, so I just drip brake fluid all over everything. Nothing going on there, so.
You sure?
Not really.
Is this how one creates brakes?
No, this is how not to create brake pipes
Alright.
with your Chinese wish kit.
There's nothing wrong with a Chinese wheel.
So you insert that in there like one.
Oh yeah? Just a little tutorial.
No, like I said, don't come over here for advice because I don't know. For a living, I'm a cleaner.
Yeah?
Yeah, generally.
Get your marigolds out then.
Who's she? You basically just find it, beep, so much. It does something like that. Maybe it'll. Alright, no more. Then you de-insert.
De-insert, alright.
And you just hide it from the camera
Yeah,
to make sure it looks alright.
before you show the camera.
Which it don't really look that great, but I mean, it ain't my car, so.
Ain't my car, Shan.
And then it just looks somewhat like
A mushroom.
somewhat
Oh.
like that.
Wow, that is a work of art.
Yeah. Literally just, that's it. Yeah. Look at him go there. He's absolutely mastered it.
That'll do it. So that's the brake line all done. Obviously when I raced at Ipswich last, the brake line had all kinked over, so no brake fluid was getting through. So we've made a new brake line up. All we've got left to do now is to bleed the brakes. So we'll show that in the next clip. We'll lift the car up and show you us bleeding the brake. up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah. So we've now bled all the brakes. Harry's now got his foot on the brake pedal just to keep it all pressurised to see if there's any leaks on the brake pipe we made. But as it all looks in good condition with no leaks. So we should actually have a pedal now. So here we are in a different location to usual. This is my desk, and this is where I spend a lot of my time designing all the racing jumpers that you see around the racetracks. And we're currently in the middle of doing one for Tommy Jackson. So I just thought I would talk a little bit of rubbish as I finish his design. We've actually had quite a busy week with the hoodies. Usually this time of the month it goes a bit quiet as people are waiting for like payday and things. But to be fair, this week has actually been reasonably busy. I started this hoodie business around 6 years ago, and never did I think it would actually turn into my full-time job, but over the last 2 years this is what we've been doing full-time. I started the business, like I say, 6 years ago, and it was more of a hobby back then. I contacted a supplier because I didn't really know any UK suppliers at the time, and I was new to business and everything else that comes with running a business. And I actually had a supplier overseas in Malaysia. The customers had to wait 4 weeks for the hoodies to arrive, and I was probably making around £4 per hoodie due to the shipping costs and everything else. So it wasn't really a feasible business at the time. But over time we've moved to different suppliers, and it's allowed me now to work full-time doing it, which is something I actually never thought would happen, especially 5-6 years ago. I will attach some of the designs from when I very first started over the video and show you how different they used to look compared to now. I will also attach some of the designs that I've made so far this week as well to show the difference from when I first started to now. And since starting, we've now had customers from all over the world. We've had obviously all over the UK. We've had a New Zealand order not so long ago, America, and obviously you've got the Dutch, Germany. But it all started off obviously just doing the overall scene. We get a lot of banger work for all the bangers. We do all sorts of different formulas, any types of cars. If they're signed, not signed, we can still turn anything into a hoodie. We've also now been contacted by track racing teams as well. That was a big thanks to my uncle who had managed to help sort that out for me. But yeah, we might potentially be doing stuff for Porsche teams, which would be a big step for us. But if you'd like your own custom design, drop us a message on Facebook, on our business page, or on my personal account, and we'll get that done. Usually we can get the designs done straight away, and then delivery to actually have the hoodies printed takes around 7 to 10 days roughly. Once Tommy's design all done, we will now send across the proof of the design. So if they wanted to make any changes, or if there's anything wrong with the design, we can edit it before it gets printed. Like I said before, if you'd like your own design, just drop us a message. Like I say, 9 times out of 10 we can do it on the same day of the message. If not, it will definitely be the day after. It doesn't matter what car you've got, what formula you race, we can do anything. And I hope you've enjoyed the little insight to how we design the hoodies and what goes into making them. I'm very lucky to be able to have my hobby as my business, and I do generally enjoy doing this, especially when you see them being worn around the racetracks at race meetings, and it's definitely cool to see. So as you can see, we've got our scrap car on the truck from when we raced at Yarmouth last. And some of you will probably be thinking that's far too straight to be scrapping, and you would usually be right, but unfortunately the chassis on the front has bent really horribly and it just weren't worth fixing at the time. What we're going to do now is fill the car up with rubbish and get it ready to go to scrap. So that brings us to the end of this week's video. We hope you've enjoyed. You're definitely going to have to bear with us over the next weeks and months as we get used to the recording. It definitely takes some getting used to, having to record everything, being in front of the camera, talking to the camera, but hopefully over time we'll get there. We managed to get done everything we needed to get done this week. This is now pretty much ready to go. The only thing I've got to do is adapt the steering column, because obviously with the new Mark 1 wheel rule, there's not really much visibility now, because I used to actually look through the Mark 1 wheel while I was racing because my column sits quite high. However, now we've got the centre cover, there's obviously not as much visibility, so we're just going to cut that down and re-weld that so it sits a little lower, which we'll record for in next week's video. But other than that, the car's good to go. I hope you've enjoyed the insight of us getting the car ready, behind the scenes of what I do with my hoodies and stuff like that. Next week's video, we'll be stripping the Mark 5 that sat behind us. Once this is dead, that'll be the next car we'll be racing. We've also got another Mark 5 to pick up, and a spares crate as well, so we're going to have a bit of a clear out. If you'd like your own custom hoodies and t-shirts and all them bits and bobs, drop me a message on RRC Racewear on Facebook, or drop me a message on my personal account and I'll get them done for you. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.